So I'm back out in the garden. This is my weekly bit. I come out here, I have fun. This week I'm playing around with one of my Trangia stoves. Yeah. This is the Triangle. Yeah. You can't get these anymore, they've stopped making them. But they're nice and lightweight, small. I mean, I don't know whether you saw that then, but that's quite a small packet that they break down into. And it's just 3 bits of metal that clip together, 4 if you include the bit which holds the cooker. Yeah. As simple as that, and you have yourself a stove stand. Now this bit is actually a pot stand for the main Trangia, to allow you to put smaller pots, like cups, on your main pot stand. So not cups that are designed for Trangia. But I saw that and went, you know what, I can use that for my Triangle because it has the same problem with a cup. So I picked it up. I'm going to give it a go. Of course, this isn't really what I'm going to rattle about. I'm just showing you what I'm doing, what I'm setting up, because I've come out into the garden, I'm setting up, and I never record this bit, or rarely record this bit. And you've just got to play, and we're still in lockdown, so officially playing outside is not meant to, but I know plenty of people are. I probably will this week. I'm off. I've got a week off. Yeah, it's about time. I'm blasted, shatteratted. Yeah, done in for. Let's make sure that's lit. Yeah, that's lit. Place that. Yeah, done in, shatteratted, ready for a holiday, and this week is it? Got a week off. Yeah, and it's great because the week started with the Vernal Equinox. Yeah, so I didn't get to do anything special or anything like that. But no, we've crossed one of the thresholds of the year, so we have the 4 that most people at least recognise, and we've now crossed over the sort of like the first one of this year. Yeah, so the vernal equinox or spring equinox, March for the northern hemisphere, yeah, and September for the southern hemisphere, because everything's back to front for them, or is it us that's back to front? That depends on where you are. But there you go. So the vernal equinox has crossed, and it now actually really does feel like spring. It feels like we're crossing that point. We're leaving winter behind, and we are heading into the spring and the summertime, and still haven't done a camp out in the evening. Now this might be an interesting video because I've picked my usual place in the garden, and during the winter months, as it were, I've sat here and I've enjoyed making my little fires and making a mess of the patio. I've got to get the Karcher out this week and just blast the whole patio down under thread. That's one of my little tasks for the week. And as I was saying, I've sat here and I've enjoyed chatting and stuff like that. And I'm not going to finish yet, but I realise this location might not be the best. The sun is right here. It's setting. It is currently 10 to 5 on a Monday. Yeah, and it's the 22nd of March. And yeah, the sun's setting at the moment, and maybe in the summer it won't be a problem, but clearly for now we've got a hot spot on the screen that I'm not going to be able to do anything about. So, but that's part of the joys. We can't complain because, damn, have you seen the weather? When you look at it, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's nice spring weather, the sun is shining, the sky is blue, there's a few traces of clouds floating around, and it makes you feel like getting up and doing stuff and going out and doing stuff and feeling eager, and it's that time of year where energy starts bursting, rising, and it's good. Yeah, I mean, it's a cliche, spring cleaning, but we've been stripping out some of the cupboards, and getting rid of some of the junk that's floating around in them. It's amazing what you hoard, what you go, oh, that'll be useful, I'll keep that, I'll get to use it sometime in the future. And then 6 years down the line, you have a bit of a spring clean, you empty up the cupboards and you go, God, I never used that, did I? So, a bit of a clean, and get rid of things. But that's all cool. It's all cool. Talking about spring. It's nice. I actually did the first route of the years, sort of bi-monthly, or bi-weekly, should I say, bi-weekly, or twice a month, bi-weekly. Route of cutting the grass. It's the first time it's been cut since October. Was it October, November, that kind of time? I said last week, I ain't no gardener. Ain't gonna happen. I love looking at the green things. I love feeling the energy of the green things. I love getting out into nature and enjoying it. But as far as making the green things grow, no, not me. My mum, yes. Me, no. Didn't learn that one. That part didn't come out through the DNA. My mum's got great green fingers, and she's a great crafts person as well. Though some of the craftiness I get, I do like to do some of the stuff and get my hands working. It's just that the green stuff doesn't seem to work for me. I too often find that the green things misbehave, keel over on me, despite the tender loving care I give them. Unless it's really simple to keep, like my peace lily, which lives in the bedroom, it keels over and dies. It has to be simple, otherwise it ain't going to live. This seems to be working. Water's coming up nicely. Got some bubbles building. And I found that in my time coming out here and chatting, that this has been kind of meditative and relaxing. The bit afterwards, the bit upstairs in the office where I do all the editing, pull the file into some semblance of order, especially when I did the my sleep system the other day. I recorded that. I did, honest. I've spent a bit of time editing it, but I'm too slow, and it takes too long, and work has taken all the spare time that I've had recently. It's going to be good. The overtime will pay, to cover a few things off, but I'd rather have the time. I'd rather have the time and not spend it doing work all the time. I enjoy work. Don't get me wrong. I'm in IT. I get to play. I get to enjoy. 95% of the time don't find it too stressful. Yeah, and it's good work. It's a good company. Yeah. But I don't want it taking over my life, and it never will. I've let it do a bit of that in the past, where I felt like I was doing consultancy work and living out of hotels for a good chunk of the year. And it was good work, but too draining, too hard on sort of like the home and the social side. You came home at the weekends, you didn't want to do anything, because you've been away all week. So that's where probably one aspect of why I stopped camping. I was away for most of the month, as it was anyway, so I couldn't then go away at the weekend and not spend any time with my good lady. She deserves better than that. So I didn't go camping during that time. And now I'm in a permanent office. Well, not often, because none of us are in offices, or not many of us are anymore. That's all changed. And for the better. I like working from home. It brings its own constraints, but it gives you a few more freedoms time-wise. When you had to commute hour plus to and fro work, depending on where you worked and how far it was. I mean, I say an hour, maybe by car it was only 35 minutes. By bike it was 40 minutes. Longer route in the car, because the most direct route didn't work for the car because of all the traffic, but it worked for the bike. And yeah, it is. I always do this. I forget to bring a cloth out to take the pot off the stove. Ow. At least we've got hot water. I don't know why I keep forgetting. It's only when it starts to boil that I go, I haven't got a cloth to grab my tin mug with. Some mugs are great, but they don't half get hot, which is what they're meant to do. But that's just an aside. I should carry something. I should put something in one of my bags and that lot to be able to pick it up with more conveniently. Maybe I should have brought the Trangia handle out. I can grip the top of the mug with that. So yeah, I've now managed to make a cup of tea. It's good. Made a nice change last week, didn't it? Me doing a coffee instead of having a cup of tea. And that's another thing. I had a couple of people, the missus for one, and a couple of other sort of like YouTubers turned around to me and go, "Really, you should change the titles of your videos, because who the hell's going to look up random vlog by volume 0005? They're not." And I get it. Part of me didn't want to do that in the first place, because this was about me becoming comfortable with talking to you through the camera, talking at the camera. I mean, me being this side of me. It's just, it's not me. But yeah, it makes sense, and I don't know what I'm going to title this. I've gone through my back catalogue, because I don't have a huge back catalogue yet. I've retitled them. I haven't retitled them in the video because that would require re-uploading the video, and that would mess with all the metrics and everything. And I'll probably keep the titles on the videos the same, just title the and description out there what I put onto YouTube. So yeah, it's little changes, and it's all part of the learning process, isn't it? Anyway, I'm looking at that. I've been rattling at you now for 15 minutes, and it's hard to believe that 15 minutes goes so fast. I only sat down here 2 minutes ago, turned on the camera and went, yeah, record, speak to it. So there, 15 minutes have gone already. Wow. And I have a cup of tea, and I'm going to continue sitting out here enjoying my cup of tea, and leave you wonderful people to it. Have a great week. See you soon. Ta-da.